So we have few more questions as promised on BODMAS. So one request from my end is copy the question, write on your own, and then watch the video. Okay, so we can pause and try this out. So before starting off with any BODMAS question, see to that you write BODMAS. Okay. And we're starting off with -4 -5 plus 2 into -3. Well, as per BODMAS, we have to start with brackets, but we don't have any brackets. There's no square or square root or any other kind of operation, right? With such nature, there's no division. And there is multiplication, and that is 2 into -3. So we will start off writing the question itself. So we have -4 -5 plus into minus is minus, 2 into 3 is 6. There is addition, or is it subtraction? Well, this is addition. Why? Simple reason being all of them are of same sign. So we have 9 and 15. So we have -15, and there is no subtraction, and we are done. Okay. So I have one question. 10 divided by -2 -2 plus 4 into 3 and -10. Right? So please try this out again. Write BODMAS and try this out. Okay, so first step is to copy the question and check if there is any bracket. If you feel this is a bracket, well, there's nothing to there's nothing happening over here, so we will not consider that. So there is no operation like square or square root or anything. We're done with those. Then we have the division, right? Division part. So negative divided by negative is positive. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So division is done. Okay. So post that. I just have to copy everything else. Then we have multiplication. Yes, we do have multiplication. Let me point that out. So we have multiplication. Right? Just copy everything else. Is there addition? Yes, we have same sign number. So we will add them. And is there any subtraction? Yes, we do have subtraction because we have numbers with different sign. So we need to subtract them. So the bigger number being the positive, so I'll put positive. The difference between these two is 7, and we are done. One more question, -15. Okay, please do pause the video. I hope you guys have tried. Now the solution, BODMAS. So as for BODMAS, is there bracket? Yes, we do have bracket. Let's solve that first. So what you can do is make a habit of this. Whenever you have any bracket, you just write the terms inside that bracket. Now try to solve it. So what is happening inside the bracket? There are two numbers with different signs, so we have to subtract. Here the bigger number is a positive number, and the difference between them is 7. So bracket part is done. So in entirety, so from this point to this point, we have 7 as the answer. So we need to write that out. So minus 15 plus 2 is to be copied into 7. So we don't have any operation, no division, and there is multiplication. So we have this, you put it in brackets and just in, so that people do understand that it's not part of it. Okay, don't put equals to over here, just a dot or put it in brackets, and you need to write it in the middle of the answer script. Don't write it on the side, and teachers won't consider that as being solved. So you need to write it in the center. Okay, anyways, for you guys, this won't happen. You can do a lot of mental math and come to a conclusion. For 8th graders, 7th graders, 6th graders, they need to show the calculations. Anyways, we have multiplication over here, so we will multiply. That gives me 14. There is addition? No, because these are two different signs. There's no addition. And yes, we have subtraction. Subtraction being 15 is negative and 14 is positive, so 15 has a higher magnitude. So we have negative sign in the final answer, and the difference between them is 1. So we have this as your final answer. Okay. Okay, let us move on to the next question. So we have what was the last question? Third. Okay. I have minus 5 into minus 2. Let's put it in brackets. It looks nice and neat. Whenever you have negative, you need to do that. 2 into negative 13 plus 10. Okay. So again, please pause, have a look at it. Okay, so first let's check if there is any bracket. There is a bracket. So as planned before, we'll do it separately, no issues. So here we have to take difference, and the difference being minus 3, because 13 has the higher dimension, higher magnitude. So we have minus as our answer, and difference is 3. So let's substitute that part over there. Okay, so post this we have what? Brackets are done. These are not brackets, these are multiplication. I put it in brackets so as to make it kind of obvious that it's a negative number. So there is no operation, there is no division, and there is multiplication, but there are two multiplications, is it not? So how do you handle it? So whenever you have more than one multiplication or division or so, or combination of this two, that is division or multiplication, you have to start from left and move across right. So let's start with the first left multiplication. We have minus 5 into minus 2. So minus minus is plus. 5 into 2 is 10. And just copy the next multiplication. Actually, you can solve it in the previous step itself, but it's okay. 10. So here we have positive into negative is negative. 2 into 3 is 6. So we have 10 minus 6 as your answer of this particular step. So multiplication is done. There is no addition because we have different sign numbers, and there is subtraction, that is plus 4. Okay, right? So that is that. And next we have the question. Oh, it's on a similar line. So here to start with BODMAS, copy the question. Below that, I mean, it's not a thumb rule that you have to write BODMAS first. You can write it anywhere. But again, you need to give priority to your own methods, which makes your job easy. And there's nothing wrong in writing in the middle. It's all okay. So please start off, pause the video and start off. I hope you guys have tried. So here we have two brackets. Again, let's solve the first bracket and then the second bracket that is on the right side. So first we have 10 plus 2, it's 12. Then we have minus 13 plus 10. Here the signs are different, right? So we need to subtract them, and the difference is minus 3, as negative has the highest magnitude and the difference is 3, so you have negative 3. And we just have to substitute this over there, that's it. So we have 5 plus 12 into negative 3. Okay, so brackets are done. There's no operation, there's no division, and there's multiplication. So multiplication being 12 into negative 3. So 5 positive into negative is negative. 12 3s are 36. So multiplication is done. There's no addition, but there is subtraction. So subtraction has to be the sign has to be what here? Negative. So if you're getting confused, just write 36 plus 5. Okay, just one small step. Whenever you're getting confused in maths, one step which takes around 5 seconds, do write it. Okay, so the difference is 31 and the sign is negative. Hope it makes sense. One more problem. So we are going to do a lot of problems. We're looking at a lot of problems over here. BODMAS is that important. So we have 5 into 3 minus 4 minus 15. Now we can pause the video, try it out. Okay, so do we have brackets? Yes, we do have brackets. Let's solve that. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. Is it not? Again, if you get confused, write 4 minus 4, negative 4 plus 3. Remember, negative 4 is to be associated with 4 itself. The negative number has to be, negative sign has to be associated with 4. So when we associate negative with the 4, if the 4 shifts, it's 1 unit. It's not like 4 is a different thing altogether. Negative 4 is one particular number, is it not? 4, just 4 is nothing but a positive number. Negative 4 is a negative number. So difference is minus 1. Okay. So now I'm going to substitute that, and we have negative 1, 15. So we have no operation or division. Now I'm doing multiplication. Multiplication being 5 into minus 1. So positive into negative is negative. 5 on the 5. 15, copy the 15 part. Then we have the addition. Why? Signs are same. You need to add them. The sign is 20 because adding two negative numbers will give me negative, and the answer is 20, and there is no subtraction. Okay. So we have, let me give you guys, okay. So we can see over here, BODMAS. So we're looking at brackets, is it not? So we start with the square bracket. As we have two brackets, let's see what to do. I'm sure you guys would have tried it out. I hope so. Again, the trick here is to write the bracket itself. We have minus 13 minus 2 plus 5. Try to solve this. Okay, but within the bracket there's one more bracket. So again, I need to solve that before I work with the square brackets. The small brackets is what I have to finish. And we're looking at addition because two signs and two numbers with the same sign, negative. So the answer is negative. This is 15. Let's resubstitute this over here. So we have negative 15 plus 5. So this is difference. We have to take the difference between them. So we have minus what? 10. Okay. So if this is faster and easier for you guys, what I did in the last video, you can skip that and do this directly. Brackets in brackets in brackets. If you feel that is confusing, you can just do this. But you always have to start with the most internal bracket. Solve that first, substitute it back, and then solve the overall bracket and resubstitute that in the question. So basically this entire thing is negative 10, is it not? So we have minus 2 into, so this also you can, no, please don't put equals to over here because this has to, this is a sub part of your question and not the main question itself. So that's why I'm putting equals to over here, because this is the extension of your it being solved, the main question being solved. So I'm writing that we have negative 10 and negative 2. Multiplication is 2 and this is 20. Okay, this is 20. Then we have 3 plus 4 into 2 plus 5, 4 plus 5. Okay, so try to solve this. Quite simple. We have two brackets. So let's start off with the first bracket, 3 plus 4, which is 7. And then the next bracket, 4 plus 5, which is 9. Then actually I had to copy the question, so I'm going to copy the question later. And we have it over here. Then let's solve it. So we have 3 plus 4 being 7. Just copy the other part. And 4 plus 5 is 9. So we have this. Okay, so we have done with the bracket, no operation, no division, multiplication is there, the 2 multiplication. So when we come across more than 1 multiplication or division or combination of that, start from left to right. So left is 14, and at the same time we can do in the same step. There is no law against that, so we can do in the same step. So multiplication is done and there is addition. So we have positive 59 and there is no subtraction. Okay, we have few more questions. Just try all of this. Oh, okay, I made an error in the last video. Anyways, I didn't write the question properly. This is the question. Please try, pause the video. Okay, so we have two brackets. Let's solve them individually. 0 minus 4 is minus 4. Then we have 1 plus of negative 6. So 1 plus negative 6 is 1. Negative 6, is it not? And this is nothing but difference. We have to take the difference being negative. 6 minus 1 is 5. So resubstitute it over there. We have negative 4 into negative 5. Negative negative is positive. 4 5s are 20. Right? So brackets was done. Operation was not there. Division was not there. The only thing which was there was multiplication. No addition nor subtraction. And this is your final answer. Quite simple. One last question before you guys get frustrated. We'll just end with one last question. Try this out. Okay, so first we'll solve the brackets. brackets part. So here we have to take the difference, and difference being negative, because I mean the difference results in a negative number because 90 is the highest magnitude number, and the sign is negative, and the difference is 9, right? That we need to substitute it over there. So question is okay. So here I have to substitute 5 divided by negative 9. So 5 by negative 9. Okay. So positive divided by negative is negative. 5 divided by 9. I don't want to put it in decimal form. 5 by 9 is good enough. This is your answer. So you need to make a key note over here that in any fraction written in P by Q form or any other form, doesn't matter, the final answer has to have the negative only in the numerator. Okay, I mean both are one and the same, this and this, plus 5 by minus negative 9 is same as negative 5 by 9. It's one and the same, but it's a standard that we have to write the negative sign in the numerator, not the denominator. Okay, so this was your few set of questions. Again, we are looking at quite a few variations in BODMAS, so do continue to watch the video.